Sometimes when I hear about another makeup hack that someone claims leads to a flawless makeup result, which lasts for hours and hours, I just get really skeptical. When I saw makeup artist Scott Barnes applying Aquaphor lip balm to his client's face, I thought, okay, I have to try this, and if it doesn't work out, at least I have a nice lip balm. Scott applied regular Aquaphor to the client's neck, and then he applied the Aquaphor lip balm to her under eye area, to the nasolabial folds, and around her lips. I'm only going for the lip balm trick this time. Let's see if it works. Let's face it, I'm 64 years old, so I have more facial lines than most women on YouTube trying this makeup hack. My skincare products and my diet have helped to soften fine lines, but I still have them. I also have under eye hollows or tear troughs, and I use makeup to camouflage it. Now, I've shown how I camouflage it in several videos. Even better, I have my own makeup hack that was going around TikTok a few years ago, and that method really works for me to create a mostly flawless look that lasts for hours. I've even had friends comment at 7 o'clock at night asking me if I redid my makeup. I didn't. So what I'm going to do is use the Scott Barnes lip balm method on this eye, on my right eye and your left, and use my method on the left eye on your right. That way all the makeup will be the same, and it will be easy to do a side-by-side comparison throughout the day. And for those later in the day comparisons, I'm likely going to go by a window and may use my regular camera and my iPhone. Someone said the iPhone camera adds 10 years to our faces. Now, I've noticed I'm looking more and more like my maternal grandmother, and the iPhone camera makes me see her reflection. Before I go further, did any of you watch the classic TV show Bewitched? I've always wanted to do this. Yeah, like that. Always wanted to do that. I bought the Aquaphor lip balm in my local Ulta store. Now, the important thing is to buy the plain lip balm, not the lip balm with sunscreen in it. The store only had one left that didn't have sunscreen. I'll have it linked in the description box below and in the first comment, and I'll find it at a few places. I'm not using the Maybelline Color Stay Powder that Scott Barnes used on his model. Instead, I'll be using the Flower Beauty Miracle Matte Finishing Powder. Now, I've also used the NYX Finishing Powder in Translucent and the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Brightening Powder in Fair Medium. With my method, I get a good result from all three of those. I'm starting with the lip balm under my right eye and out to the crow's feet area. Let's do that first. It feels really thick, and he did like 2 or 3 swipes. Okay, I'm not going to put it on the nasolabial folds area because I really don't have lines there, but I will put it all around my lip area, top and bottom. I definitely have lines there. Now, because of my tear troughs or under eye hollows, I start off my makeup with a corrector. Apparently, Scott Barnes applies certain products under foundation, and he calls that underpainting. Now, I only apply the corrector under foundation. I've used the Pixie corrector, also the Dermatology corrector, and lately I've been trying the e.l.f. corrector that they call Putty. But I'm going to stick with the Pixie corrector for today with both eyes, and I use an e.l.f. concealer brush to apply it. So since I don't have the product on this eye, I'm going to start there. And now to apply it to the lip balm side. It is taking on a slightly different color, isn't it? All right, since I'm going to put foundation over that, it doesn't have to be super perfect. The foundation I'm going with is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. I love this foundation. And I'm going to apply it first with my fingers, then second with a slightly damp beauty blender, and then with a brush that I call a stipple brush. So I only need one pump. Then I use a damp beauty blender to blend out a lot of it. especially where I have larger pores. I have to say, I like this foundation even better than Double Wear now. It doesn't do that polka dot look on the nose and on the larger pores wherever I have them. And now I'm going to take this brush and buff it out. Now I'm going to put some concealer on top of the foundation. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Creamy Concealer. And first I'm going to blend it out with a BK Beauty A506 brush. Ever since I've been using this BK Beauty brush, I've been able to use less product, which has been awesome. I need my close-up mirror again. And after I do that, I'm going to blend out the edges even more with the Damp Beauty Blender. Okay, then I'm going to take the edge of the Beauty Blender. I can actually look at my regular mirror for this and do those edges. This brightens up that whole under eye area. Now I'm going to do some contouring and highlighting, and I'll speed that up. Now I'm ready to set the areas. I'll do slightly different methods for both sides in order to stick with Scott Barnes' method on my right. That means on my left, I'm going to apply a bit of makeup setting spray to the back of my hand and then tap one finger into it and apply it lightly where I normally do under the eye and at the side of my nose where I have larger pores. Then I use a small powder brush with the powder and I'll apply this to both sides, starting with this side first. Then I'll do my left side that has that spray on it. Now, so many women our age don't like to use powder at all because it can get cakey looking later. But I use this small amount that I've shown you here. I also use a large fluffy brush that I brought with me into the studio here for a light dusting of powder to my cheeks and nose. I'm going to do that real quick to show you, how little I do. So I do powder blush. And when I'm filming, my nose can look shiny in the lights. And that's all I apply. Now I'm going to apply blush off camera. I'm going to finish my under eyes here and I'll be right back. So here's the finished look up close. Let me zoom in a little bit more so you can see both under eye areas. Okay, here you go. This is the side with the lip balm. This is the side without it. Now the lip color I'm using is one of the BK Beauty lipsticks. These are really creamy. And for someone my age with lip lines, it can be a little dicey if I don't use the lip liner first. So I'm curious to see how this is going to work. Of course, I'm hungry now and I want lunch, so I'm going to be removing it. But we'll be checking during the day. Unfortunately, it's not sunny out today. It's actually raining. But we'll see up by windows what this looks like. I am going out tonight, so that'll be a good test to see, because I'm not going to touch it up. I'm just going to go out the way it is, put on some lip color and whatever I'm wearing, and we'll see how long it lasts. I decided to go with the iPhone instead of my regular camera, so I don't have to deal with the microphone. So it's a couple hours later. It's still kind of rainy, but bright enough in my sunroom where we can get some looks. I also brought my 10x mirror so we can check this out. So everything on an iPhone is opposite to well, you saw it. So anyway, this is my right. This is the eye with the lip balm area. And then this is the eye with, no lip balm and just my regular method and my lips, which I don't think it looked that different. So the other thing I want to do is, smile, because you can't make those lines go away to smile. But then when you don't smile, you don't want those creases still showing. So looking at my 10X, so far, I don't really see much difference between the two. They're both about the same. And it's making me wonder if the lip balm is acting kind of like a primer. So normally we buy primer and it comes in a tube and it has a silicone feel to it. This sort of has that feeling too, but it just comes in a stick. So we'll check it again later. I have to take the puppy outside. So that should make my hair, I'll have to redo my hair. But, all right, let's check later. All right, it's a little bit later. I just checked with my 10X mirror and I think they're looking really similar. So this one is the eye with the lip balm on it. And this one is the eye without it. Creasing, not creasing, creasing, not creasing. It's later in the afternoon. I think that, and it's still cloudy out, so I'm thinking I might not be able to get a window daylight again. Like I said, I'm going out and then it's going to be dark. So I might just give you my opinion and finish this video tomorrow and tell you what I thought, but I want to know what you think. What are you seeing when I show the close-up of the two eyes? Is there any difference? Or do you think they both look pretty good close-up for what we're trying to achieve here? Please write a comment below. I forgot to do a puppy. It's a puppy, right? Oh, you've been such a good girl today. I know. Look at you. You look like you're ready for a nap. Are you ready for a nap, little missy? It's the next day. Now, by later in the day yesterday, both sides of the under eye area still look great. Now, my lip area didn't look any different than it normally does. But this under eye area, yes. Now, both of these methods work really well, I think, for me. And the lip balm under this eye didn't make the area greasy either. It just acts as a good primer. Now, if either of these two methods sound interesting to you, give them a try and let me know in the comments how it worked for you. If you want to know more about my skincare routine and products I use to get my skin in good condition, tap one of the images on the right side of your screen, and I'll see you in the next video.